Alright guys, we are back again. Not that we've really ever gone anywhere, to be 100% perfectly honest with you. But as you saw in the other video, you saw that we swapped out the original handguard, the basic handguard, to install the Magpul MOE handguard. Okie dokie. So the Magpul MOE handguard and the polymer rail sections. I thought about going with just a quad rail, but I thought after doing some research and looking a few things up, I kind of like the look of the MOE handguard. And what's neat is that when you bring it out, let's move the box out of the way, that you have options for mounting your own rails. You don't have to put any rails on at all. Here's the bottom, so you can mount rails up here or through here. Sorry, I got this around backwards, by the way. This is the front. You have room to mount rails up here and on this side for lights or whatever you're doing. So I thought that was kind of a neat option. And so I picked up a couple rails, having originally going to mount them up here and on here, but I decided, you know what, I'm just going to mount one on the bottom and we'll leave it at that. So once again, let's open some stuff up here. The way this works for mounting these rails is relatively simple. First of all, you got to figure out where you're going to install the rail and get a general idea. I'm probably going to mount, you know, I'm not going to go in the middle because you really can't go in the middle. I'm probably just going to mount up towards the end, towards the front. And in order to do this, okay, now is where we get interesting. See, you know what, if I just center it up where I need it. So what I'm doing is you can see, you may be able to see that the screws then are partially through where they need to be, okay? And they're not now when I move it, of course. And then we need to take these little things that got a little nub on them, and these go down into damn, you know what, I can fit 2 fingers down here. These go into the channels and move, so we're actually going to do it this way. Actually, it sticks into the channel pretty well. You can see my finger's not touching it, and it's actually in the channel pretty well. Alright, well, I'm just going to line this back up again so I can figure out where to put the second one. Then we're going to put the second one right back here. Okay. Now, we are going to, okay, you know what? I think the best bet here is do one at a time. This way we can hold it in place. And again, we're using a Torx bit here. Okay, and what I'm doing is I'm holding on to the plate on the other side and wondering why it's not going in the hole. It's because it wasn't lined up. Okay. Now I don't want to tighten it down too much because I have to line up the other one. What I'm doing here, if you can see, probably not, is I am just basically moving the inside plate until it lines up. Stick the screw in, tightening it down. Well, I know this is really, really exciting. So, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to loosen everything up a little bit. I don't want it coming out of that interior plate. And then I'm just going to slide and adjust where I want it. And that's about where I want it. Again, you can always move it. Once it's on the gun, you can move it too, of course. So, tighten those down. Again, it comes with that yellow Loctite that Magpul likes to use. And there it is, the bottom. Always do that, always go the wrong direction. There is the bottom of the rail, all ready for an angled foregrip, which I have to get on. Okay. And we are just throwing on the angled foregrip real fast, because I kind of like these. And if I don't, that's the reason I put the rail on the bottom in the first place. And if I could get the damn nut back in. So I ended up having to pound the foregrip into place. Apparently I guess it's a good thing. It's a little bit tight on there. There's the angled foregrip. Go ahead and put the top back in place just so you can get an idea. And there's that. Now we're going to install it all on the upper. And I'm going to have to move you guys for that, so bear with me a second. So we are going to move this up so you guys can see what's going on here. Okay, there's a couple different ways we can do this. To put the Magpul MOE handguard on, we can try pull the delta ring down and then remove the handguards, but you know what? I have the handguard tool. So let's give that a try. I mean, why the hell not? We got it, right? So, didn't want that to happen. Okay, and there we go. Let me try and turn this around so you guys can see what I'm doing here, hopefully. Okay. Let's put that back in there. And I have no idea what the dog is doing upstairs. So now we put the front on and put it on properly. Okay, this has got to go this way because I am not left-handed. Okay. There we go. What in the hell is the dog doing upstairs? That is the ultimate question. I have no idea. What you're listening to is my dog going absolutely insane upstairs. I'm wondering if my wife is kind of like just playing with him a little bit. There we go. Come on. Really? What the hell? Hey, hon, what the hell's going on up there? Alright guys, sorry about that. So what I ended up doing here is putting the bottom on first, which I don't think actually fits right properly. So we're going to try and get the upper on. I have a sneaky feeling that the MOE handguard is not going to work with the PSA upper. And if that is the case, well, that sucks. Jeez. See now, if I get here, it doesn't fit right there. Ah, there we go. Ha ha ha. Alright, I see what was going on here now. Okay. What was happening, and I apologize for all the cussing and or all of the cuts. What was happening here was the MOE handguard was having a devil of a time just fitting into place. I ended up finally getting it on, and it wasn't going into place for me basically. But I found out that I wasn't pushing it in the right direction, and now got to find out if that is actually locked in place or not. It doesn't seem to feel like it. It feels like the delta ring is still in a weird spot. I don't know, that should be, yeah, see, it feels like the D-ring isn't locking into place here. But maybe it is. Let's take a look. There we go. The MOE handguards are now on. Look at that. Awesome. And I'm going to check a couple things here and make sure that everything is okay. I appreciate you guys watching this segment. And as always, I'll see you next time.